No joke, just a few minutes ago, Rylan was just watching something on his tablet. I was watching something on my phone. He shows me an actual spoiler for Spider-Man No Way Home. And I quickly noticed, I'm like, you dude, get that thing away from me! I literally panic and freak out. And Dad literally said, I'll be grounded if I continue acting like that. Well, sorry, Dad. You know how I feel about spoilers. Like, sorry, I'm gonna act like that if I see a spoiler or something, but just still. I'm freaking out right now. I don't know what's the percentage of me. I'm going out of control right now, trying to believe I not saw what I saw, but honestly, a quick look, I could tell what I saw, but just, I can't tell if I've fully been spoiled on it. I don't know. I'm freaking out right now, but, let's just say that, I don't know if you know this, but, Taylor denies that Tobey and Andrew are going to be in the movie, and he made a bet with me that I just agreed to. He said, I have to pay him $20 if they're not in the movie, but if they're in the movie, he has to pay me $20. So, let's just say it has to do with the $20. So, let me know who you think is going to be paying in the comments down below. Like, just guess who's going to be paying. Is it going to be me paying $20, or is it going to be him paying $20? So, just let me know in the comments down below. But if you've seen Spider-Man No Way Home, no spoilers, or else, I swear to God, if I see a spoiler, I will literally turn off the comments on this video until Saturday. But just still, just let me know in the comments down below who you get. Just guess who's going to be paying $20. Is it going to be me, or is it going to be Taylor? Because whatever I saw, it has to do with the $20 bet. It has to do with that. It has to do with that. That's all I'm going to say. That is all I'm going to say. I'm not going to tell you what I saw. I'm not going to hint it. Well, it's kind of like a little hint. You know, with the $20, like. So wait, are they in the movie or are they not in the movie? That's like a little hint with me saying $20, but still, just let me know in the comments down below who you think is going to be paying who. Is it going to be me, or is it going to be Taylor? Just to let everyone know, I have to pay Taylor $20 if they're not in the movie, but he has to pay me $20 if they're in the movie. So let me know who's going to be paying who. Heck, I might as well do a poll about in the community post. But still. I'm legitimately shaking. I can't stop. I don't even know why I'm shaking. I'm freaking out right now. Anyways, enough of that. Just need to get that off my chest. But again, I ain't gonna tell you what I saw or hinted. But let's talk about TASM 2, which honestly, this is probably gonna be a very long review, and it's gonna take me a while to edit this because I have until today to post my review for TASM 2, Homecoming, and Far From Home. So I have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Technically 6 pages, but mainly 1, 2, 3, 4 pages. So I'm just mainly gonna be doing this. Just reading off here. So yeah, let's get started with the Amazing Spider-Man 2, because apparently it's the worst Spider-Man movie ever made. Let's see if I agree with other people. So I may not remember much about my experience with The Amazing Spider-Man, but I remember a little bit of my experience with The Amazing Spider-Man from how I got so hyped to see this movie to finally seeing it, and how TASM 2 will probably forever give me trauma. Yes, no joke. I think The Amazing Spider-Man 2 is honestly going to give me trauma for the rest of my life. And you'll see, you'll see, because you're all confused already on what I mean by that, but you'll see what I mean. So, The Amazing Spider-Man 2 would be known to be the worst Spider-Man movie ever made, and would be the bottom of everyone else's lists of ranking Spider-Man movies. And heck, maybe TASM 2 was on the bottom of my list, but I wouldn't consider it the worst. The only disappointing Spider-Man movies will probably be Spider-Man 3, TASM 2, and Homecoming. Well, Homecoming was alright. The main reason I'll be disappointed with Spider-Man 3 and TASM 2, Sony had messed with their movies, as in they've interfered too much with their movies. Similar with how Warner Bros. Had interfered with the Snyder Cut, as in Justice League. Now, just to be clear, they didn't interfere with the Snyder Cut. They were the ones to finally release the damn cut. And I'm still waiting for the Ayer cut. So what the heck you guys doing, WB? Just release the Ayer cut on HBO Max, like you released the Snyder Cut on HBO Max. So let's get started with The Amazing Spider-Man 2, starting with the hype I had for this movie. I was hyped to see this movie. Heck, the hype I had for TASM 2 is probably the same type of hype I have for Spider-Man No Way Home, because of course it's a Spider-Man movie, and I'm obsessed with Spider-Man. But of course, I remember my 8th birthday, one of my family members, which I think was Jesse and Brenda, had got me a Spider-Man costume. Well, okay, I don't know if they were the ones to get me the costume, but I believe, I have trouble. This was like years ago. I have trouble remembering, but I think it was Jesse and Brenda. I remember they took me to see TASM too, but either my grandparents or my parents got me the suit, but I'm thinking Jesse and Brenda were the ones. It was most likely my nana. I don't know, I'm just gonna say that it was maybe Jesse and Brenda that got me the costume. And what did they get me for my birthday? The Amazing Spider-Man 2 suit. And I had got so pumped about it. Now, sadly, it's not the same type of suit that I got for No Way Home. Because have you seen my costume review that I got for, the costume I wore for Halloween? I made a video about it. I like those types of suits. It wasn't like that. It was one of those. It was basically one of those kid costumes where they didn't come with gloves, had fake muscles and everything. But I still liked it, though. I was very happy I got that for my 8th birthday. So, either way, it was the best birthday gift I got for my 8th birthday. But I wasn't the only person that had got a Spidey suit, because my little brother, who is still sadly taller than me, by the way, in case all of you don't know, had gotten a Spider-Man suit from the TASM universe. Now, I was wearing the TASM 2 suit, and my brother was wearing the TASM 1 suit, because he got the TASM 1 suit, and I got the TASM 2 suit. So, we were both wearing Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man suits. But he wore his TASM 1 suit, and I wore my TASM 2 suit, when Jesse and Brenda had taken us to see The Amazing Spider-Man 2 back in 2014. And I definitely remember seeing this in theaters. So, yeah, even though I don't remember my experience with TASM, I definitely remember my experience I had with TASM 2. So, yeah, my brother had worn his TASM 1 suit, and I wore my TASM 2 suit that I got for my birthday when Jesse and Brenda had took us to see The Amazing Spider-Man 2. And I gotta say, the experience was amazing. And it was pretty cool that me and Dee were wearing Andrew Garfield Spider-Man suits when we were going to go see The Amazing Spider-Man 2 with Jesse and Brenda in theaters back in 2014. Thank you, Jesse and Brenda. If you're seeing this video, which I don't know if you're going to be seeing this video, but if you're seeing this video, I still thank you for taking us to see TASM 2. Love you guys. I'll say this right off the bat. I kept getting out of my seat too many times, mainly because I wanted to copy the fight scenes that were going down in TASM 2. That was a lot of fun for me, but eventually I stopped doing that because you don't do that in a theater. That's a thing you do at home. But still, I was kind of disrupting. But hey, at least we weren't kicked out. But it was fun until it lasted. But no way in hell I'm gonna be doing that when I see Spider-Man No Way Home. Yes, I'll be wearing a costume. Yes, I'll be seeing that tomorrow. Sadly, not tonight. But hey, at least I'm seeing it in IMAX tomorrow. But still, here are a couple of reasons why I'm not gonna be jumping out of my seat, copying every fight scene that's gonna be going down in No Way Home. First of all, I'll disrupt the audience and I could possibly get all of us kicked out of the theater. And two, my dad would get pissed at me and would yell at me, "Sit down!" He would just get pissed at me for that. I would know that because he would sometimes be like that if I acted like that a couple of times. I know my dad. But mainly because I am 15 years old. I saw TASM 2 back in 2014 and I was 8 years old at that time. So, yeah, I'm actually Peter Parker's age, now that I think about it. Because in Homecoming, he's 15 years old, but holy crap, I'm actually Peter Parker's age. That is insane. I'm now just, okay, I did not mean for them, but I'm just now realizing that I'm Peter Parker's age. But still, I'm gonna be doing that, because I ain't a little kid anymore. I'm like a freaking teenager. I'm 15 years old, for Christ's sake. Okay, I should stop saying that. I'm honestly feeling guilty for myself. I must confess my sins. But still, I ain't gonna be doing that once I see No Way Home. Once I buy the movie and watch it at home, then I'll copy the fight. That's something I'll be doing. That's something to do at home, not in the theater. The theater is where you sit down, watch the movie, eat your popcorn, and whatever goes down, you enjoy it. But yeah, that's something I'm going to be doing once I buy the movie. I'm just going to be copying every fight scene that'll be going down. But anyways, that's what I was saying. Anyway, so let's talk about the positives I have for The Amazing Spider-Man. So first of all, I will agree with what 3C Films said about The Amazing Spider-Man 2. And that is the swing is amazing. That Andrew Garfield has some of the best Spider-Man swings in any Spider-Man movie. Visuals are stunning, and the suit is a much better upgrade. And I kind of like the suit better than the Sam Raimi suit. But it is my most favorite Andrew Garfield Spider-Man suit. Plus, the suit looks better in day and nighttime. And of course, the action scenes are fantastic. But my most favorite fight scene has to be the Times Square sequence where Electro encounters Spider-Man for the first time. And I like how Spider-Man doesn't immediately start punching and instead try to talk to him and try to help him out. But if that damn sniper hadn't sniped Electro, things would have gone better for everyone. But too bad that happened because Electro then fully goes bad. But honestly, I have gotta say, this is my all-time favorite fight scene out of the entire movie. I'm too obsessed with it. What's best about it is the music, the Electro theme. That has to be one of my most favorite Spider-Man villain themes. Now, I would sometimes be annoyed with the dialogue in the background, but honestly, it's just my favorite. I will listen to it for hours 10 hours if I have to. But still, that fight scene will forever be my most favorite fight scene I've seen in a Spider-Man movie. Like, I freaking love it so much. Like I said earlier, I would listen to the Electro theme for 10 hours, heck, maybe 24/7. And that theme better be in Spider-Man No Way Home. I'm hoping we can hear the villain themes for No Way Home, but I'm hoping I get to hear Electro's theme from TASM 2 and Spider-Man No Way Home. Because if I hear it, I'm just gonna get out of my seat, clap in the freaking theater, just whoa! Because literally, it's my most favorite Spider-Man villain theme of all time. And if I don't hear it, I'll maybe be disappointed and upset about it. Oh my kidding, I'll definitely be upset about it, but still, I'm hoping it's in Spider-Man No Way Home. So my gut tells me it's probably not, but I'm hoping it's in Spider-Man No Way Home. Electro's theme, I mean. But yeah, best fight scene out of the entire fight scenes in this entire movie. And we finally get Harry Osborne in the TASM universe, which I didn't bother realizing that, oh my god, we didn't even see Harry Osborne in the first one. But hey, at least I didn't got annoyed by it. One thing I was annoyed with that Uncle Ben didn't say the famous lines. Now, no disrespect to the actor that plays Harry Osborne. I think he's a great actor, but he would sometimes creep me out the way he looks. I mean, he looks cool most of the time, but as the Goblin, that's another story. But glad we got Harry Osborne, though. But I gotta say, everything about this movie is a lot different from the first one. And yes, that's the whole point of being a sequel. It's supposed to be new and everything, but everything about this movie was very different from the first one. Let me explain. But this is gonna be hard for me to explain, because I don't know if you guys get what I mean, but, let me try to explain what I mean by this. So all three Spider-Man movies, which would be Sam Raimi's Spider-Man trilogy, they mainly felt the same. Yes, they're completely different. Like, there's no high school and everything, and there's a lot different. Like, the third one was a lot different from the first one and everything. But what made all three Spider-Man movies feel the same was the opening scenes. I'm saying those for John watched Spider-Man movies. Like, the titles are mainly revealed. The title logos, The title logos are mainly revealed by the end of the movies. But, even though this was very different from the first one, and didn't have the same vibes I had from the first one, I liked it a lot more. But they did change up Spider-Man's theme for this movie, which I would be annoyed with, but it's not bad. And I'll tell you this, the OST, which stands for Original Soundtrack, slaps. Mainly because it's scored by Hans Zimmer, who scored the soundtrack for Man of Steel, best Superman movie ever made. But the best part about that soundtrack is the Electro theme. With the beats and everything, I just can't get over it because it's just so damn good. And the cherry on top is Andrew and Emma's acting as Peter and Gwen. God, these two are just so amazing together. But I was annoyed that they were on and they're having an on and off relationship in the movie because Peter keeps seeing Ghost Captain Stacy, basically remembering him that he made that promise to him, which I did not expect to see him in this movie when I saw this back in theaters in 2014. But okay, and I know people are going to be 50-50 with Electro's design in TASM 2, but honestly, I like it. My main excuse for it because he looks blue in this movie, and blue is one of my most favorite colors of all time. But he looks cool in it. But I'll tell you this, he's going to be 1,000% badass in Spider-Man No Way Home since he's now going to be accurate. But damn, he looks good with yellow lightning and everything. Also, we got the doing the Mission Impossible thing or something, so don't mind him if you hear him in the background. Now let's talk about my negatives here, starting with the Rhino. I was very disappointed to find out that this guy that hijacked that truck earlier in the movie, and after seeing him in that Rhino suit, I'm just like, what? That's the Rhino? I like the mech of the Rhino, but sadly I was very disappointed. Next is Max Dillon. I'm sometimes annoyed that he's obsessed with Spider-Man, and everyone keeps saying that he is like the Riddler from Batman Returns, according to Spider-Man fans. But what I was pissed about was that he was treated like crap in this movie. Like, I mainly felt bad for Max, because he had to work on his birthday. And the way he gets his powers is honestly just terrifying. Like, I would not want to go out like that. But here's what should always happen. No one should ever have to work on their birthdays, because that's the whole point. To not do anything but celebrate the day of your birth. If I were Max's boss, not only I would have became his friend, but I would have let him have the day off to celebrate his birthday. Because everyone should always celebrate their birthdays. Everyone deserves to celebrate their birthdays. Who else agrees with me? Now, Norman Osborn. When I first saw him, I honestly thought it was the lizard because of his hands looking like I don't know, they look like lizard hands or something. And then I soon later find out that it was Norman Osborn. And yes, you guys can blame me for thinking that was the lizard. But hey, just remember, I was 8 years old when I saw this in theaters. And I didn't know much back then as a kid. Especially that TASM 3 was cancelled. Yeah. But now that I'm 15, I am now understanding the Spider-Man movies a lot better. And now next is, I guess, Harry's butler. I don't even know if he's a butler at all. But it's the guy that, the guy that wanted to get Harry Osborne out. Actually, let me just explain. The next person that I'm going to talk about is the guy that wanted to get Harry out of the company because Harry doesn't deserve it because he's a spoiled brat, apparently. But here's my thoughts on him. I freaking hate the dude. Mainly because he fired Harry Osborne and covered up the death of Max Dillon. Now, I am happy that Green Goblin killed him. In a deleted scene, which, like, I told D, like, every time that scene goes down, I get pissed about it and annoyed about it. Like, D even hates the dude too, right, Dave? Yeah, even interested. He was even surprised that I said that Green Goblin kills him, but I'm gonna have to show him the deleted scene. It's on YouTube somewhere. Still, I just hated the guy's guts, and I will always be pissed when that scene goes down. But another nitpick I have for this movie is the Green Goblin. Now, I wouldn't say he's the worst, but he's my least favorite. And I would prefer either Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin or New Goblin, which would be Harry Osborn's New Goblin from Spider-Man 3. But yeah, I would prefer either Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin or the New Goblin over this version. But I'll tell you this, he did one good thing, and that was he made Peter suffer. And how is that a good thing? I don't know. I guess Peter suffers in the comics, and he's supposed to suffer in the movies, with comic accuracy and everything. I don't freaking know. But his design may be whack, but he will still be scary as F, which would stand for scary as F. I'm gonna need to bleep that out. But speaking about Peter suffering, what is he suffering from? Here's the cherry on top of this. Wanna know how this movie will forever give me trauma? The death of Gwen Stacy. Yes, that's what's gonna give me trauma for this movie. The death of Gwen Stacy. Because if y'all saw my reaction back in 2014, you would know. It sounds weird, but it's my opinion, because I think it's just gonna give me trauma for the rest of my life. But oh my god, I could not believe what I had witnessed in the theater back in 2014. I could not believe that Sony and Marvel, I guess, had the balls to kill off Gwen Stacy in this movie. As a kid, I had thought that Harry had killed her because she had that, I figured he put something in her neck. But I then soon realized that, oh, that's a necklace. The real cause of her death was that Peter failed to save her because she snapped her freaking back. And did I cry? Oh, hell yes, I cried. I cried so badly. I cried as badly as I cried for when everyone died in Avengers Endgame. No, not Endgame, Infinity War. When everyone turned to dust. Like, it's hard to explain. I mean, it's hard to even chat while D is playing Fortnite while I'm doing a Spider-Man review. And thanks to that, I now had to move into this room because I literally can't even focus because he's talking, playing Fortnite. So, yeah, I'm just now going to have to do this in here. Anyways, as I was saying. So, yeah, I cried so freaking bad in the theater when Gwen died. And honestly, it just broke my heart that she died in The Amazing Spider-Man 2. I didn't even know if I wanted to like the movie or not, because, like, that ending, I'm a bit 50-50 with the ending, but I like how Spider-Man comes back to save the day after when the kid had the balls to literally just try to be a hero, which scared me as a kid, because I was worried about him getting killed, but luckily Spider-Man came in to save the day. But when it ended with Peter just finding the Rhino, just smacking him with that sewer lid thing, whatever it's called, I was like, what? It ends like that? I didn't know if I wanted to like it or not. I don't know. Basically, when I saw Infinity War, I didn't know if I wanted to like it or not, and I was basically having TASM 2 vibes with that ending, but still, I honestly didn't know if I wanted to like The Amazing Spider-Man 2 or not. But I forgot to mention something, and that is the opening scene. Peter's parents, yes, we see them again, and we didn't really see how they sort of died, but it was very different and kind of, and honestly, it was very different. Like, I honestly was not expecting that to see in TASM 2, and during that whole entire sequence, it didn't feel like I was watching a Spider-Man movie. When that guy tried to kill Richard Parker, and it's now later revealed that he extracted his, like I said last review, he extracted his DNA into the spiders, basically revealing that, basically letting us know that Peter is destined to be Spider-Man. But I'll be 50-50 about it. 50% won't give a crap about it, 50% won't like that, because honestly, anyone could have gotten bitten by that spider. Like, for example, Sam Raimi's Spider-Man universe, Harry Osborne could have gotten bitten. Oh my god, imagine seeing Harry as Spider-Man and then he'd be fighting Green Goblin. He would basically be fighting his father. I gotta watch that video on YouTube. That'd be crazy, but that would honestly be freaking awesome, seeing that go down. But yeah, that sequence that was going down was pretty intense for me, and I was not expecting to see another scene that had to do with Peter's parents, but technically Peter's dad is alive in a deleted scene. But I gotta say, amazing performance by Andrew Garfield, which, you know what's better if I just show you?
You're not my father. I am your father, Peter. I want you just to listen. My father is dead. Peter, listen to me. He's dead. Who are you? I had to disappear, and I'm sorry. Understand that? I had to disappear to keep you safe. Keep you safe. I don't. What? What? Say it. Say what you want to say. What do you want to say? Where have you been? You're dead. I'm not dead, Peter. I had to die to keep you alive. I had to disappear to keep you safe. Listen to me. I had to disappear to keep my mistakes from catching up with you. I had to stay away from you to keep Osborne from hurting you. You understand what I'm saying? There was no other way to keep you safe. Peter, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Like, it was intense, but it was amazing. But I did like how they're having a conversation. But it would be the scene where Peter's dad would give Peter the famous lines. With great power comes great responsibility. One more thing I did like about TASM 2 was when Peter comes in as Spider-Man and stops the kids bullying this one kid. And best part, not only he walks him home, but fixes his science project. Like, that scene was just amazing. Now, honestly, there's a lot to love and hate about The Amazing Spider-Man 2. But I'll sadly say that I was disappointed with TASM 2 and kind of liked the first one a bit better. But now that it's been like 7 years since I've seen the damn movie, has my opinion changed? Maybe. I mean, I wouldn't want this to be on the bottom of the list, and even though I was disappointed, I'd still like it and would not consider TASM 2 to be the worst Spider-Man movie. But I will say, even though I cried and was disappointed, the experience was kind of amazing. But the movie was about to set up the Sinister Six as the main villains for TASM 3, but damn Sony for canceling it. I'm still wishing we got Spider-Man 4 and The Amazing Spider-Man 3. But those are just my thoughts on Amazing Spider-Man 2. Yes, I know some of you guys are going to say, nah, it's still worse. I hate it. It's just the worst Spider-Man movie ever. But we all have our opinions on anything, like whether it's a movie or a show. Like, my opinion, I wouldn't consider it the worst. I was sadly disappointed, but I still like it. But, bro, I'm hoping No Way Home could somehow have Tobey and Andrew come back as Spider-Man for maybe one more movie, like Spider-Man 4 and TASM 3. Like, I'm badly, like, don't you agree Sony did Andrew dirty canceling TASM 3? Because I think Andrew deserves a second chance. And that is, they should make The Amazing Spider-Man 3. Same goes for Tobey. Like, we should get Spider-Man 4, because, like, that's like the deleted scene of Spider-Man fighting the Vulture, which is brutal, but, like, I would like to see that go down. And I especially would like Sam Raimi direct that movie. Sam Raimi is goated and will forever be goated. But that's all I gotta say for the Amazing Spider-Man movies. Now, next is the Tom Holland movies, which I'm gonna watch Far From Home later, but I don't know how the heck I'm gonna be doing my review for Homecoming and Far From Home, but be sure to have your notifications on, especially for when I do a movie vlog tomorrow. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next Spider-Man review. Peace out.
Let's go! Get out of here!
See what I mean? I'm gonna put some dirt in his eye.